I felt someone touching me. And then I was like, who the hell was that?
Why would they want to steal my glove and then like smell it or something?
She just screamed, it's okay, never mind, no one wants to see you anyways.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of All Facts, No Filter, and we're gonna deep dive into some careers you maybe are not too familiar with so you can actually get some insight. And today we have two very special guests with us who I guess are very interesting characters. They're not themselves today. They've chosen a character to portray, and of course they're cosplayers. We have got Yosuke as well as Saki. Cosplay is obviously quite a popular phenomenon. It's been around for a long time already. First of all, can you please tell me more about your characters today?
Hi, so everyone, I'm Saki. I'm cosplaying Goro from Genshin Impact, which is a very popular game from Hoyoverse. So I'm dressing up into another outfit today, so it's a maid outfit, because I know today we're gonna spill a lot of tea.
Oh!
So I'm serving, so that's why I'm in my maid outfit. Oops. Wardrobe malfunction, bombing already. Oops. I'm too excited to spill the tea, so that's why.
Very cute.
Yeah, and
Very
we're from
normal.
the same franchise, actually. Like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me more, Yosuke.
Hi everyone, I'm Yosuke. So I'm a cosplayer and content creator from Singapore. I guess in terms of my passion, it would be towards anything ACG, so anything games, anime, comics, cosplay.
What's the costume situation like at home? Like, how big is your wardrobe? Do you keep every costume, or do you like rotate it and like share it with your friends and stuff like that?
So like my favorite characters, today I'm cosplaying Child from Genshin Impact. But for those that I have worn or already done content or bring to events before, I usually just let them go secondhand on Carousel.
What were some of the situations that you have experienced in the cosplay like community or like, you know, with event organizers that really are just like a little bit mind-blowing and people just don't know about?
I'm also a cosplayer and an event organizer at the same time. So I think that gave me a little bit of, not a little bit, it's like a freaking load of insights, I would say. Because for cosplay, you can consider it as a hobby, but to be honest, like it's very well commercialized nowadays where, you know, cosplayers are getting a lot of like commercial deals as well in a way. For me, right, I would say when it comes to monetary issues or sponsor issues, then things will get a bit complicated. You know, that's when the hatred starts to grow. Community can be quite tricky from time to time where it's not always positive. Well, I'm here to spill the tea. I can't tell you that, oh, it's so fun, everything is so friendly and stuff, right?
Exactly.
I can't just do so, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go into the next part of the podcast. I have a fact board in front of me. I will ask you guys some questions, and then in your own ways, you can actually write words, draw pictures, up to you, in a response to my question, and then we'll just figure out what you're trying to say after that, okay? So, what was your most bizarre, creepiest experience with a fan or fans? I don't know.
I guess we have to put our artistic skills to use.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the drawings you guys have. Tell me more.
It was a few years ago, like it was pre-COVID era. Like I was privileged enough to be invited to India Comic Con in Mumbai. Everyone knows about like maybe there are, you know, cultural and regional differences in aesthetics as well.
Yeah.
And for India, to be honest, cosplay culture is not that popular there. And their gender stereotypes are quite deep-rooted. Like, you know, there are only two genders in the world, male and female. That's what most of the people, you know, mainstreamly think about. So when I was there, I was also cosplaying a character from Tokenambu. And it's with a very cute fox around my neck. People fear things that they don't know.
Yes.
Right. When we were there, it was a very nice setup in Mumbai, and the convention hall was nice. And those fans, so-called fans, right? They said that they have been following me on my Insta and stuff. So I was very happy that my outreach was in India as well. Like that made me very happy. I was there boothing that day at my station, and as usual, I was just signing photo books and stuff. And I'm not sure is there any like cultural differences. Like I got death stares from those people, like looking at me like as if they have never seen a man before in makeup and costume.
Right.
So, and they were very intimate. So when I was signing stuff, right, I felt someone touching me. Not in the very, very polite way. I was like feeling, having a free neck massage or whatever. And then I was like, who the hell was that,
Yeah.
And when I look at the person, it was like a guy, an Indian dude. And I was like, that's quite random, right? We just can't be too rude and aggressive.
Yeah, and you also don't know, like, is this normal
we can
here?
It's hard to
break
voice
our
it.
character. So what I did was I actually returned him a favor. So it's a guy with beard, right? So I just slowly reach out to his beard and I just touch him the same way he touched me.
Okay.
Then he was like, oh, what's going on? I said, so you know how it feels like without permission touching someone, right? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. So, if you're talking about what fans did to us, sometimes the cultural and regional difference really, take place and ambushes you in ways that and angles that you don't know.
You are so brave to just like stroke his beard.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Yosuke's drawing.
So I was just having a fun time with my friends. We're hanging out. We're taking photos. Mind you, this is in Singapore. We just left our belongings aside and then just went to a corner to do our things like selfies, beam photos, whatever.
Right.
And when I turned back, my costume part, which was a glove, is gone. So
That's very specific.
It's very strange because although we were outdoors, it wasn't like windy or anything, right?
Right.
You can't justify a glove just like flying away.
Right.
I didn't think much of it, but a few weeks later, apparently someone stole my glove and they went around telling people like, guys, I have Yosuke's glove. And I was like, oh.
So they stole it because they knew it was yours and they
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah, maybe they want my essence or something.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
When I heard that, I was a bit like disappointed, but at the same time, I was like, wow, an item I use has value.
Yeah!
It's just a strange instance. It was a Daiso glove. It was like $2.
It's not
So-
about that though.
Yeah, it was the thought, like, why would they want to steal my glove and then like smell it or something? And then go around
Damn.
telling people that they
I got
stole it.
Yosuke's glove!
Yum.
They're proud. It's like a little mini achievement for them, by the way, guys. Say no to stealing, okay? Yosuke, I know that you had like a stalker.
Oh, I did.
What was the
Yes.
situation?
Actually, I felt like throughout my cosplay journey, there were different stalkers at different points in time.
Oh
Because
gosh, tell me
I
more.
feel like sometimes fans, they become so infatuated with you. They see almost all of your life on social media. And because of that, they feel like they know you. So what I have experienced throughout the years includes like people just following me on public transport, recognizing me, taking
Right.
a photo and sending it to my Instagram like, hey, is that you on the train? And I just freaking out because I was in my school uniform going to school. Like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's a lot of all this very uncalled for and uncomfortable situation, which is why I always feel that it is also important to put boundaries.
Yeah, I think that's really like a general thing. It doesn't matter whether you're a cosplayer, a celebrity, or even just a regular person.
Don't,
you
don't
know?
intrude and push boundaries.
For my general experience with stalkers, right? Like, I also did another character, which is Ari from League of Legends, and I have 9 tails, and I was like strapping it on my waist, and I went to the bathroom. That sounds like a disaster already, right? So I was with that 9 tails, but I'm going for number 1, so 10 tails in total. I'm going there inside the bathroom, and people start following, like some out of curiosity,
Yeah.
but then they follow you to a sense that you will feel uncomfortable, Stalkers being stalkers, sometimes they are just very curious about you.
Yeah. What is it like to be a cosplayer? How do you make, your money? And how do you charge as well? Do you have like a range?
To be honest with you, it's very hard to sustain as a full-time cosplayer because your income, first of all, will be quite unstable. There are, I think, a few main channels. First of all would be overseas guest invitations, where when your brand is well recognized, some overseas event organizers will simply cover your airfare, cover your accommodation in foreign countries. And if you're lucky enough to have a good deal, they might pay you for appearance fee. And that's how you earn. Another way would be selling your merchandises in conventions. So what we do is that we print out our posters, we print out our, and all these merchandises so we can sell it in conventions. So this is the second way of earning. And thirdly, I would say would be getting sponsors from brands in the reality. Like they will actually offer us with deals to shout out on our social medias.
Right.
So I have to let everyone know that actually it starts from a hobby base.
What is like the darkest thing that you've heard happen to, say, young cosplayers?
In my career, I have encountered a lot of different photographers in a way. Most of them are very good people. I think for me, personally speaking, one of the encounters I've had in Hong Kong was that we were in a very big group shoot. It scarred me a bit because I have never thought that I would be so rudely treated in that shoot, right? When I was just checking my position, I don't want to block anyone. I just want to be, in the most gorgeous position. And when I asked the photographer, I said, "Oh, am I being at the right position?" And she just screamed, "It's okay, never mind. No one wants to see you anyways." Yeah.
That's rude.
So I should have read her back, but I just feel very regretful I didn't. But yeah, so that's why I'm exposing.
Okay, we're gonna get Yosuke to share this. Here's the interesting thing, because Yosuke, you said that this is actually not your personal experience, but your friends. So tell us a bit more.
While I didn't experience too many weird situations with photographers, I have a lot of fellow female cosplayers in the community who have voiced up their concerns. So I think the most common one is that when at events, anyone can just stop by for photos, right?
Yeah.
And that gives photographers an opportunity to just take photos of you without your consent.
Right.
So there is a lot of upskirt photos in conventions. There's just a lot of these photos that are beyond your control.
Right.
And I think the good thing is communities, when we see photographers doing that, people will actually step up. In a way, post about it online to raise awareness.
Okay.
Although it is like shitting on them, but it's also good that they bring to attention.
It's good that you call them out.
Yeah, call them out.
Exactly.
Like, you shouldn't be doing this kind of nonsense, I would say.
Exactly.
There are also photographers that disrespect cosplayers. Like, they would just form a wall around the cosplayers and just be like there for 20-30 minutes taking photos, not letting the cosplayer go. And sometimes they'll demand you, like, can you post this like this? Can you show more leg? Can you do this? Can you do that?
This whole thing is about consent.
Correct. Or like a communication on what boundaries are accepted and not accepted.
Exactly.
Right.
Rumors on the street, right? There were some dramas in our community where some photographers were exposed in, touching girl cosplayers without consent. Some cosplayers also host like private photo shoots in hotel rooms and
Right,
stuff.
okay.
Actually, it's like a mini event there,
Like,
you know?
it's a little,
Yeah, and they even sell tickets to photographers, like, there are lunch breaks, there are after parties.
Right, wow.
Yeah, so it's another business for them.
Right.
Parents, please don't take note of that for the income source. This is not one of them. But
Right.
people are doing it where they invite so-called photographers and all these content creators to go up, and they sell tickets to them, including food and transportation.
Oh,
sometimes
wow.
it can be on a yacht. Sometimes can it be in a hotel room.
And then they post for the content and stuff like that.
Yeah, and some photographers are famous on making exclusive content, especially for the Westerners. Some do
I
very
see.
15 plus, sometimes 18 plus. So when that happened, right, the atmosphere, it is just not a normal setting. Like,
Right.
it's not a Monday in the office. It's definitely something very, very taboo. And that gives the chances and spaces for photographers to do something intimate, I would say. So if you talk about photographers, there are different sorts of photographers crossing the boundaries, but most of them are still good guys. I know you're still watching.
So I have a bold question, which is that, do you guys have specific cosplayers that you absolutely adore, friends aside, like, maybe someone that you really look up to, and say, for example, cosplayers that you just really do not like?
And I feel like there's so many cosplayers throughout my journey that was so inspiring, and I kind of jump between one to another. And because there's certain characters where they portray so well, or certain things they do, then you're like, so impressed by them. But throughout my career, I've been in situations where I am in a more toxic environment where people like to shame on others. And that made me feel unpleasant feelings towards other cosplayers.
Yeah, what about you, Saki?
There are idols of mine as well, like definitely people with great makeup skills and a good performance, because sometimes like cosplayers perform as well, you know, they dance, you know, they split and whatever. I also have friends like that I look up to. But I think for people that I would say I don't prefer making friends with, mainly speaking, are all females, I would say. You're a guy, don't worry. Your setting is a guy.
Okay.
Today.
I don't cosplay, so I'm safe.
Yeah, you're safe. So it's the behavior or the actions that really turn people off, I would say. Like, I feel like sometimes it's not about gender even. And of course, some people are very so-called obsessed with their titles. Like, you know, it's like the pageant shows, like who is Miss International, like so-called characteristics, right? A character of a person really turns me off.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna go into the next part, and this is actually a jobs tryout challenge. So I've never done cosplay before. I don't know what the jobs tryout could possibly be. I just know that I'm supposed to do something.
Yes, we're going to transform you into a cosplayer today.
Become one of us.
Become one of us. Inducted into the community.
Yay.
Alright, Saki, are you ready to show our work today?
Honestly, I'm not ready, but I need to get them ready, okay? Because a star is born. Okay, so on a count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, wait, who am I?
Okay, so you're cosplaying Bochi. In the anime, you're a very introverted person. So you look like you owe us a lot of money. Like, you know, you need to be like so scared. We're not collecting the debt, don't worry. It's a character, you know. You need to look very shy, very, you know, distant from others. And yeah, that's the gist of it.
I feel like she's already in character. She's getting the poses.
Yeah, you're doing very well.
Goodbye.
Yeah, she does.
Thank you so much. I love this wig as well. Somehow, I don't know, this is actually my first time cosplaying. Wow. Thank you for finding this costume for me.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, you look amazing.
This has been really fun. All right, before we wrap up the show, I have to ask you guys, what are 3 best things about cosplaying in your career so far?
Besides like the hard skills, like making costumes, doing my wig, learning a bit about photography, I also actually picked up a lot of soft skills. I was actually an introvert. And the second thing is, of course, meeting people. And one more thing for me is that I get to travel because of cosplay.
Cosplay keep me very informative. I've been to so many countries because of cosplay. I think last but not least, being in a character that can be yourself, be expressive, actually it is something that can bring you to a very far, very good angle, know a lot of people. That's the thing, 3 things I feel cosplay has benefited me so far.
That is so epic. Thank you for bringing the costume for me too.
You're welcome.
And finally, one last thing, which is, what is one piece of advice you would give to, I guess, people who are trying to go into cosplay right now?
Please don't be too competitive and too aggressive to look for fame and etc. and etc. Don't make it too toxic to you or other people.
That's actually a really good line. What about you, Yosuke?
Wow, get a costume, get a wig. You can get it so easily now. Just do it, don't think too much. And I would say don't be too harsh of yourself. Might as well make the most out of the process.
And just have fun.
Just have fun.
And to everyone who's, I guess, you know, trying to go into cosplay and even maybe part of the events team as well, like they said, just go enjoy yourself because it should come from a place of love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.